Hey guys, Brian Quick here with eXp Realty and the Wolfpack. Today I want to give you a full in-depth explanation and presentation of eXp Realty and why it is so beneficial to every single agent out there. And if you're not with eXp, I highly recommend that you sit with this, bear with me, and listen to this so that you get a better perspective of why eXp is changing people's lives and what our team, the Wolfpack, can provide for you as an agent. Okay, I'm going to dive right in because I want to respect your time. So let me get the screen share going for you guys and we'll hop right in. Awesome. All right. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is ownership, because it is important to talk about the concept of ownership. Now, as real estate agents, when we work with buyers, we want people to buy because it is important to have ownership instead of pushing them to rent a property, right? So ownership is important, and just by the nature at eXp Realty, we get ownership in the form of stock in the fastest growing brokerage in North American history. Now, eXp was one of the top performing stocks in the world in 2020 on the NASDAQ. And why is that important? Well, it's important because despite agents trying to get buyers to buy a property and stop renting, agents are renting their own real estate business because they are paying a monthly fee to a brokerage that they do not have ownership in. So you see, guys, at eXp, that is why eXp is referred to an agent-owned, an agent growth brokerage. Because just by the nature of being an agent, here at eXp, we get ownership of our business in this incredible company. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is right here. As you can see, this is what is referred to as the Icon Agent Award. Okay, the Icon Award. Everybody see that. Now, every one of us here wants to be top producers. Everyone in the real estate business wants to be a top producer. We're all working to become that. We want to build this big production team to get all the accolades, to get the awards, and not every other brokerage for being a top producer. Most of the time, you're going to get a trophy with your name on it, which looks cool and good for your background, but it does absolutely nothing for your business. This is how most brokerages operate. Now, think about this, guys, think about this. You go in and you put your blood, your sweat, and tears and time away from your family, your friends, your passions and hobbies in order to build a significant production business. Unfortunately, most brokers compensate you by giving you an award with a plaque, a bottle of wine, or something. Well, eXp not only understands that it is good to give more back, but it actually can afford to give more back based on the structure of the brokerage. You see, because it is cloud-based and the brokerage, which we drop overhead and reduce expenses, the brokerage can afford to give more back to the agent, which is exactly what is right here, guys. We are on an 80-20 split here at eXp with a 16K cap. Now, once you cap, you go to 100% commission for the rest of that anniversary year. Now, once you do an additional 20 transactions after capping, eXp refers you as an Icon agent, okay? You get what's called an Icon Award. Now, what is the Icon Award? Well, the Icon Award at eXp will actually give you back the 16K cap in commissions that you pay to eXp out of your 20% free in company stock. So just by hitting a certain production milestone, it is the first time in history that a brokerage has fully reimbursed the agent every dollar they paid into the company in form of a split back in the form of company stocks, aka ownership. Now, let me explain conceptually and mathematically what this has done for agents through the last couple of years, okay? So for example, if you got your Icon Award in January of 2020, that's 16K, that means you would have gotten back your 16K, and that frees you up to 100% commission, versus if you were in a flat fee brokerage. Okay, I'm actually going to move away from the 2020 example that I've always been using, because we are in 2023 now, right? So that's 3 years ago. Let's just say you cap and you get your 20% back, the 16K back in the form of company stock. Okay, and that share was bought at $10 a share at that 16K. By the time your anniversary year runs back around and you start over, let's say that stock is at $20 a share. Not only now have you been at 100% commission, but because your stock grew 100%, you have now made a 200% commission. 200% commission. You guys see that? Does that make sense? If you are out there telling me, well, Brian, I make 100% commission, and I only pay a flat fee every month. Well, guys, that 100% commission that you're making is all that you're going to be. That's capped. You are capped at 100%. At eXp, you are not capped at 100%. And if you're paying that flat fee only, guys, that adds up. If you think about it, if you're paying a $400 a month or a $400 per transaction cap fee, okay, and you do 50 transactions at $400, you're paying that brokerage 20 grand. Over 10 years, that's $200,000 that you are paying that brokerage, that flat fee that is gone and forever. You'll never see that again. You are not making more money being at a flat fee brokerage. I promise you that. Let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about explosive growth, okay? Now, the next thing I would like to talk about is the growth opportunity here at eXp. eXp is the fastest growing brokerage in North America. And what I'd like to discuss here is the opportunity of being an early adopter. You see, there are a couple things that I explain here. So right now, we are sitting roughly around 85,000 agents and across the world. And we are going into another country almost every single month. Now, we know as entrepreneurs the importance of hopping onto something early and the benefits it brings. You can have a significant advantage at making a lot more money than those who wait for the numbers to quote unquote mature or to become the norm. See, as real estate agents, we should be the pioneers and the innovators. Therefore, we have the greatest leverage to get compensated based on this structure. Now, a lot of people are still asking, Brian, is it early or is it late? How are these numbers trending? Well, based on the projections of the company in the next 4 or 5 years, eXp is projected to be at around 400 to 500,000 agents globally. And over the next 10 years, we are projecting to be at 1 million agents. Guys, this is still a massive early adopting opportunity. But again, like anything, the Amazon stock, the Tesla stock, when it was $25 or $50 back in the day, if you worked your business into that and committed to the process and held on to it, you would be doing pretty well for yourself right now, right? Well, the same thing is happening with the agents at this company, where every single person that I am partnered with right now in my upline of the company, all of them, after 5 years at eXp, are making 6 figures or more every single month. And that is what this model will allow you to do. So let's talk about dispelling the myths here, okay? Because there are a lot of myths, especially on here on YouTube. I hear it all the time at every other brokerages, and I've been around the block in regards to hearing what people are saying about this company without information, without data to back it up. They're just saying it to steer people's attention away. I truly believe it from looking at this opportunity because it's so substantial. So when we look at this, we can see here on the left-hand side, we have sales volume. Okay, we have sales volume growth. And now for the compliance reasons, I'm not going to get into which brokers these are, but these are the top 3 brokerages based on agent count in North America. Some of these have them on there, but I'm not going to speak of them, okay? Okay, now these are closed deals from agents. Now, looking at eXp stacked up against the top 3 brokerages in the country, why are more agents closing more deals at eXp? Why? Well, you guys, you see, the notion is when you save more time and you invest that time into income producing activities, your income goes up. And I'm going to show you in a few minutes here with this cloud-based structure and their support system and all the additional training and the ability to save time and put that time in income producing activities and time with your family or hobbies is why agents are more productive here at eXp. Now, the next part is where this really starts getting interesting, is the agent growth among competitors. The agent growth among competitors. Why are so many agents coming over to this brokerage? Well, two unique things have happened in like the last 3 years, which we are all aware of, and we went through the pandemic. And we're still going through these crazy times with COVID, flu, the market, and the all kinds of crazy stuff, right? So we know that. Well, two things happened. The first thing is that agents realized that they were paying a fee at a brick and mortar brokerage that they did not need and they felt did not use. Guys, if you look at the statistics, it says something like 97% of top producing agents go to their physical brick and mortar office less than once a month. So there are some agents that will say, well, Brian, I need a physical office. But when you realize that the active producing agents are not at the office, they're out closing deals. They are out meeting people. They are out servicing their community. And they are not in the office. You see, and during the pandemic when the offices were shut, people realized that they actually didn't need the office and that the agents that are going to the office are the ones that are not the top producers. So it's not really the ones you want to be spending your time with and engaging and talking to, right? You want to be surrounded by the top producers. You see, now the second part is where things get even more interesting, which is a lot of agents realized how vulnerable their business was during the pandemic. And at other brokerages, because they had one income. Every other brokerage has one income stream. So what happened is in certain cities and states and provinces, real estate was deemed not an essential service. I know it was for me. People could not do open houses. We could not do showings. We couldn't operate like we normally did. And whether or not you are the sole breadwinner of the household or you're just a major contributor, that started to put a lot of financial stress on families because you had one income stream and that was just affected by something you could not control. Now at eXp Realty, things get a little bit more interesting as I'm going to dive into with you here in a second. Because at eXp, we have 3 income streams. So what happens here when you start looking at the compensation structure here at eXp, it puts agents into a safer position in the future because of the business. Because unfortunately, things come up that we unfortunately cannot control. The compensation structure allows you to have a security blanket for you and your loved ones. So let's talk about equity opportunities. Now, there are a few ways you can have income here at eXp. 3 ways to have equity opportunities. But first, let's get into the additional revenue income streams at eXp. Now, before I get into that though, I want to talk to you about 2 really important concepts. Now, I have a lot of one-on-one Zoom calls, and in the last few months of people who are looking for support, coming to our team and building their businesses. And every time I talk to an agent, I ask one simple question. Why did you get into real estate? Why did you get in real estate? And yes, mostly everyone says because they love being around people. They love helping people. But when you start to dive a little deeper, you start to realize people come for 2 primary reasons. 1, to build wealth, and 2, to create a lifestyle. Now, let's break those down for a second. Building wealth, it requires 4 things. Duplication, equity, residual income, and multiple streams of income. Okay, very similar to why people invest in real estate. Because you have the equity, you use the equity to duplicate it, and you go and buy another door, and then more properties, and you get residual income, and now you have multiple streams of income. Well, at eXp, we have all 4 patterns for building wealth. At mostly every other brokerage, you have 0 because it takes your time and value and investing to create it. So you get into real estate saying you want to create wealth, but at every other brokerage, you can't actually create wealth just by being an agent. At eXp, you can. The second part is lifestyle. It requires 2 things, money and time freedom. You can create money freedom at any brokerage. Okay, you can. At any brokerage, you can create money freedom. But the problem is that you cannot create time freedom. The reason being is because you have one income stream, which requires your time and investing in it. If you don't invest your time, if you don't invest your money, you can enjoy your time away because you now need to make more money, right? So that is why a lot of people refer to eXp as a lifestyle brokerage. Okay, so let's dive into some of the additional income streams eXp has. You see, we have 3 income streams at the brokerage. Number one is obviously commission. Okay, number one is obviously commission. Number two is equity, which we're going to get into. And number three is the revenue share, which is the residual component that we will get to right after this. So let's walk through the 5 ways you can get equity here at eXp to have ownership in this brokerage. So the first 3 are fairly easy, just by being a part of the brokerage. The second one is the Icon Award, and the third one is really interesting. So let's break this down. Every year on the calendar year, when you close your first transaction, you will get $200 in company stock just for closing the first deal with the company every single year, just like a little bonus. Now, every single year when you fully cap, you get an additional $400 in company stock. Now, if you leverage, again, the optional, I'm going to say it one more time, optional side of the agent attraction side into the company, just by essentially inviting your friends over, just like you would do at any other brokerage. If someone just gets their license and says, hey, I'm looking to join a team, and they join you and they close a deal, you'll get an additional $400 in stock when someone brings an agent into the company and they close their deal. Now, all right. Now, we talked about the Icon Agent Award just a few minutes ago. Okay, once you cap, if you do then an additional 20 transactions, you'll become an Icon Agent. You will get your entire 16 cap back for free in the form of company stock. And then you will continue your production throughout the year. Now, let's talk about the Agent Equity Program. The Agent Equity Program is really, really interesting. You can opt in or you can opt out of this with one signature at any given time. But what the Agent Equity Program is that it gives you the option to get 5% of every transaction and put it towards company stock at a 10% discount. So what this does is that it allows you to accrue wealth over time just by closing deals and being an agent at this brokerage. So what a lot of people refer to this as an emergency fund, a 401k plan, a savings account, whatever you want to refer to it as. But again, it's just as a nest that will grow over time, especially if you're doing significant production. That allows you to leverage the incredible growth of this company. Now, a couple of things I will talk about in the vesting periods. The first three up here are have a 3-year vesting period. Okay. Now the Icon Agent Award and free company stock every year if you hit a certain production milestone, which again I will explain 2 things about, has a tiered vesting period. So you can take $4,000 out within the first year and then $12,000 out after 3 years. Now, the one thing I want to mention that people don't know is that there is a second way you can hit the Icon status, which if you do $500,000 in GCI with a minimum of 10 transactions. So this is for the luxury market. In case you can't close 20 deals after capping, the Agent Equity Program has no vesting periods, okay? You can take that out whenever you want. Let's talk about the revenue share. Now, this is when things get exciting and the agents really see the power in this model once diving in and understanding the revenue share. And I'm going to explain multiple things here that you will not hear anywhere else, whether they be on YouTube, okay, even on my channel. I've never explained this. At eXp, the company retains 50% of its revenue to give back in the form of revenue share because the agents are helping the company grow. So to understand this for a second, let's say you're at a traditional franchise brokerage. A lot of great brokerages out there, and I'm not going to pick on any of them. I'm just going to use one that comes to mind first because everyone knows it. Let's look at RE/MAX, for example. If you're at RE/MAX brokerage and they're on an 80-20 split, which is very similar to us, that is, let's say, when I actually started at RE/MAX, the split was 60-40. And I know some brokerages there allow you to pay them more to get a better split. But either way, let's just say it's an 80-20 split, meaning 80% goes to the agent and 20% goes to the brokerage. That 20% is gone and lost forever. You're never going to see a dime of it again because but an eXp is cloud-based and it's able to drop overhead and reduce expenses. Like I said, at every other brokerage, that 20% is gone. You'll never see it again. Well, at eXp, because we have reduced expenses and no overhead, eXp can afford to take 50% of its revenue and give it back to the agents to help the company grow. So let me help you understand this revenue share chart. Now, this is a 7-tiered system modeled after Keller Williams. The only massive difference is that we share revenue before expenses. KW shares profit after expenses. This is an astronomical difference, and especially knowing that the revenue share can guarantee the amount off the top every single time. Whereas with Keller Williams, it depends on the expenses with the brokerage, and oftentimes there is not much profit share left for the agents. So I'm going to walk you through how to understand this. So this is how I'm going to do. There are two nuances on why I came to eXp that most people don't understand about the brokerage. So let me show you what would happen if you came into the company similar to myself and the hundreds of others who decided to join the Wolfpack. So let's say you came into the company. You would have your own 7-tiered system. And let's say you brought your friend John. And when I say friend, this is what I want you to understand. A lot of people think you need to come over here and put a lot of effort into action or recruiting or however you want to phrase it. But at the end of the day, going back to what I said earlier about doing what you would do at any other brokerage. If you're at any brokerage in America, any franchise brokerage, KW, RE/MAX, Caldwell Banker, Central 21, any brokerage, and your friend, colleague, family member, or someone on social media reaches out to you and says, "Hey, Brian, I just got my real estate license. Which brokerage should I join?" Well, you're obviously going to tell them the brokerage that you're at. The problem is that when I was at RE/MAX and the number one boutique brokerage in Charlotte, both of the brokers, I helped bring agents over to RE/MAX, and I got $0 for helping grow the brokerage. Okay, they went to the brokerage because they respected, knew me, trusted me. Well, at eXp, by doing the same thing, you have the ability to make thousands of dollars a year just by doing it. Excuse me. Let me walk you through how to understand this. So if you brought in your friend John and John joined the company, John would be on your first tier. Okay. Now let's say for easy numbers, John closes a $10,000 commission. 3.5%, okay, of $10,000 is $350. Tuck that number in the back of your head. Remember, eXp is on an 80-20 split. 80% of 8,000 goes to John. 20% or 2,000 goes to eXp. Out of eXp's company dollar, not John's, out of the company dollar, out of the 20%, you will receive 3.5% when John closes that transaction. So the agent is making the full 80% and not a dime is coming from their commission. You are being compensated through the company dollar instead of that company taking the money and you never seeing it again. You are getting a portion of it back. Now, let's say John brings his friend Sarah. Sarah would be on your second tier. These two numbers added together equals 4%. Okay, these two, 0.2% plus 3.8% equals 4%. So 4% of $10,000, let's say Sarah closes a $10,000 commission. Well, we're on an 80-20 split. 4% of 10,000 is 400. 80% or 8K goes to Sarah, and 20% or 2,000 goes to eXp. Out of eXp's company dollar, you would now receive $400 out of the transaction. Now, there are a couple of things I want to explain here before going any further. As beautiful as this chart is, it only shows you the 7 tiers below you. But what it doesn't show you is the 7 tiers above you. And this is my favorite part about the revenue share that not many people explain, is that a traditional brokerage, you have one layer of value, and that value is your broker. Usually a broker has 1, 2, maybe 3 skill sets, but they are limited and they are also busy supporting all of their agents. So the problem with that is that I keep having agents reach out and saying, "Hey man, my broker doesn't understand investing. My broker doesn't understand social media. My broker doesn't understand how to grow a team." Well, at eXp, there are 7 tiers above you. And the beautiful part about the revenue share is that we give all the social media training from Mike Sherrard. If you don't know who Mike Sherrard is, just YouTube Mike Sherrard. He is on our team. You get all of his Social Agent Academy training for free. All his producing training for free. You get access to all the mastermind calls per week, one-on-one with your upline, me, and all the uplines, all for free. If you're at any other brokerage and you wanted access to all that, it would be tens of thousands of dollars. Connor Steinbrook, who is Mike Sherrard's upline, offers the same in investing. Louis Galt, my upline, offers the same in management. To get access to us and the coaching, mentorship, and trading that we provide to people would typically be tens of thousands of dollars. But because we are being compensated through the company's dollar in the form of revenue share, we can afford to give all that to the agents for free just by being a part of this incredible company. Now, to show you what this does for agents, I just wanted to show this to you. Every single agent who is in my upline and who has been with eXp for 5 years or more are now making six figures per month or more directly deposited into their bank account, just based on revenue share. And again, a couple of things that I need to explain here. Number is just an understanding lifestyle. Okay, I know seven-figure agents that do just production. The problem is that if you're a seven-figure agent just doing production and you go on vacation, let's say for 3 months, you don't answer a single phone call, a message, or email, you're going to come back and realize that you lost a lot of deals and lost opportunities. Well, the beautiful part about eXp is that this person right here, Pat, who is in my organization, actually took a deep sea fishing trip for a month, and he made $165,735.97 in 1 month while away fishing for 1 month, and didn't answer a single call, text message, or email while away. It is incredibly powerful. Okay, but what I want to do, I want to go back here and I want to explain 2 reasons why I came to eXp that most people don't explain. And I actually have another YouTube video explaining why my near-death experience put me in eXp. I'll put the link there if you want to check that out after this video. I would highly check that out. But number 1, the revenue share, guys, is willable. The revenue share is willable. So let's say I get sick again, okay, and I'm in another brokerage, and I get sick like I did last year, and I do die this time, okay, because it came really close to dying, and I do die. Whatever I have right now, okay, is what I can give to my family. I have some life insurance, and I have some savings. And I now have residual income. But let's talk about then at the time. A year ago, I wasn't with eXp in January. I had some savings and I had life insurance. That's all I had to give. That's it. That's all I had to give, okay? Now, at eXp, just by choosing a brokerage that treats you differently. If I get sick now, again, and it happens again, okay, my wife can go and get her license within 12 months, her real estate license, can get their real estate license within a 12-month window, never close a single deal in her entire life, and she can inherit my residual income to provide for my family for the rest of their life. When she dies, my son can do it, and it can go on forever and ever. It is incredibly powerful, and for anyone who tells me that family is the most important thing in their life, guys, this is the perfect brokerage to provide a security blanket for you and your family. The second thing is that you retain revenue share even after you stop closing transactions, as long as you keep an active real estate license. So let's say you're at any other brokerage and you put 10 years into the business. And let's say you take time away for your family, friends, and passions and hobbies in order to build your business for the next 10 years. Okay? Let's say you were 40 years old when you started the business, so you stopped closing deals when you were 50. When you're 50, you're going to get a handshake from your broker saying thank you for making the brokerage a ton of money, and now your income goes to zero, and you're stuck with just your savings account for the rest of your life. And hopefully you invested that money or saved that money correctly. Unfortunately, many don't. At eXp, let's say you're 40 years old and you close deals until you were 50, but you're healthy and you retained your license until you were 70. Let's see how this works. You would close deals until you were 50, your transactional income would go to zero, but then you would continue to retain your monthly distribution revenue share every single month for the next 20 years. So now just by being just by choosing, a brokerage that compensates you more than any other, instead of having 10 years of income, just by doing the same thing over here at eXp, you've got 30 years of income. Okay, so now what I want to do is take you on a journey to explore our cloud-based systems and how it works, and then we'll get into the back-end trainings and tools and resources. So let me go into here really quick to my eXp world. While I'm doing this, guys, I want you guys to think about everything I've said so far, and if you have a question, leave a comment in the captions below. If you have a question, in my description, I have a link in my description that you can book a one-on-one call with me, totally free. I'm not going to charge you for that. That's ridiculous. Okay, one-on-one free call with me to discuss and talk about, even run numbers to see what your business looks like over here at eXp. And I can guarantee you're going to see a significant increase in money just by selling real estate at this company. So it's loading. I'm coming in here for a second, and then once I'm in, I will share the screen. So it is a big file, but guys, wait till you see how insane this is, okay? Excuse me. While this is still loading, remember, go leave a comment while this is loading up, while we're here. And then also, guys, don't forget to book that one-on-one call with me. I'm here for you. I want to talk to you. I want to meet you, and I would be honored. Okay, so we are in. All right, so this is the cloud-based brokerage. Okay, can everybody? I hope everybody can see this. Sorry, I'm used to doing these live. That's why I said, can everybody? Okay, so here we are in the cloud-based brokerage. I'm going to give you a tour of this. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Guys. When I first got in here, I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen. So feel free to laugh and giggle. I did the same thing, and I still do sometimes. Okay, you can see all the countries that we are in and now active in, and I want to explain why this is the most life-changing brokerage and most life-changing thing in real estate right now. So, at a traditional brokerage, you usually have the broker, maybe a couple of admin staff supporting every single agent at the company. Now, the problem with that is that you have a broker wearing almost all the hats. Sorry, you have one broker wearing almost every single hat. The broker is in charge of training, onboarding for new agents, onboarding for the brokerage, training for the brokerage, risk analysis, transaction review, compliance, okay, everything, which is why it's almost impossible for a broker to service every single agent to the potential they need to be serviced at. And I know how frustrating it can be to reach out to your broker for help and you don't get an answer within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, or maybe not even that day. I've been there. Well, let me show you how powerful this is. In this world here, in our eXp world, there are over 900 paid employees. That's right, 900 paid employees in the cloud that are available 24 hours Monday through Friday. So if you need support at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., or 4 a.m., there is support available. I can tell you right now, if you message your broker at 3 a.m. in the morning asking a question, you're probably not going to get a response, and it's probably not going to be a happy broker when they wake up. So let me show you how this works, okay? So you can go over here, and you can see all the different divisions that most real estate business that we have, right? We can see all of these tabs. Okay, so let's say you need technology help. Okay, so let's go to tech support. Maybe you need some help with customizing your website that you get for free with eXp, or something related to your CRM that you get for free at eXp. You see, at any other brokerage, you're going to have to contact your broker sometimes, they have to honestly tell you to go to somebody else because they don't understand the technology. Most of them don't. Trust me, I've talked to a ton of brokers, and you would be surprised at how many people don't know about CRM or about the CRM. So you have to contact the CRM company and someone overseas and get put on hold. You go back and forth and back and forth. It's just crazy, okay? Well, at eXp, you can just go right into tech support, okay, like that, and it's actually in real time. Okay, it's actually in real time, you guys. So you come in here and look at this, okay? You grab a ticket, and let's see, let's go over here. We have 1, 2, wow, we have a lot. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks about, there's 16 users in here. Probably half of them are paid eXp employees that can remote log into your computer in real time and resolve anything that I need them to in order to get back to work in that real time. You see how fast that was? Guys, no putting on hold with somebody overseas, no trying to get in touch with your broker, trying to get help with that who probably doesn't know much about the CRM anyways. You get this help right here fast. Again, going back to the concept of saving time and investing that time into income producing activities, guys, your income's gonna go up. Okay, this helps agents save time to be more productive because we have immediate support in real time when we need it. Let's say we need some accounting help. Okay, so we need some accounting help. So let's go to accounting. So we go to accounting, same thing here. Click accounting. All right. So you can come in here and you can grab a ticket, and there are 8 users in here. Let's see how many paid actual. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, half of them. We have 4 professional accountants, 4 paid by eXp professional accountants that will help you with your accounting, again, in real time. Now, a lot of people love the training at eXp, and for good reason. Let me talk to you how powerful this is. Okay, so when you look at a traditional brokerage, you usually have training maybe once a week from one person, from one brokerage, from one city, state, or province, from one country. Now, when I started in my real estate career at RE/MAX, I was getting training from someone who had not sold a single home in a long time. Let me just say that. And all those years later, trying to show me how to sell real estate, guys, times have changed and the way to sell a home has changed. Okay, I'm gonna hop out of here really quickly, and I'm going to show you guys really quickly the power in this. Give me 1 second while I open this up. If you guys have any questions, like I said earlier, if you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment down below and I will get to you ASAP. So this is what our back end looks like, okay? Let me show you this powerful key here with eXp. So, right here. Okay, I was getting training from one person who has not sold a home in a while. Okay, times have changed. At eXp, there is 50 hours of training every single week, all on buyers, sellers, luxury, investing, networking, prospecting, data management, lead nurturing, social media, video marketing. If you can think it, we got it. But the incredible part is that the 50 hours a week of training are taught by icon agents at the brokerage, which means that they are trained. The training is taught from the top 1% of the agents in the company who are actively producing in today's market. Not last year, not 5 years ago, the top 1% of agents in the company at this very moment. Now, let me talk to you about broker support. A lot of agents say, well, Brian, what about my broker? What about my broker? I need, I need help from my broker. I need my broker in office. Well, I'm going to log back in here really quickly. I know I'm going back and forth for you guys. I'm going to log back into my eXp world one more time. Okay. Oh, it's making me log back in with my password. I don't know why it's doing that. That's okay. Stick with me, guys. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. And if you find this information valuable, please leave a like. That would be fantastic. Or even share this video. Okay, I'm going to show you how powerful this is from a broker's standpoint, okay? I am in North Carolina. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay? So, you're probably saying, well, Brian, we are we're not a brick and mortar location. We're a cloud-based. How do you get in touch with your broker? Well, there are a few ways to get in touch with your broker. Okay, but one way to get in touch with your broker is you go up here again. You can go to U.S. Broker State Rooms. U.S. Broker State Rooms, okay? Now, say I have an agent on my team who is in Michigan. And you're like, okay, well, Brian, I want to join your team. I want to be on the Wolfpack. I want to be a part of your team, but I'm not in your state. Okay, that's okay. Let's say you are in Nebraska. I'm in North Carolina, and you need broker support. You would click your state, your Nebraska State Broker Room. Okay, and it's going to do what it did earlier. It's going to teleport you over. You need to sign this. You'll sign a little form. Oops. You will sign a little form to talk about what you need. Click the ticket, and you can talk to a broker live in the room. I don't see anybody in here right now, but that's okay. Sometimes they are out. This is not the only way to talk to them. But you have all these brokers over here. These are all brokers that you can speak to. Okay? You can have broker support right here when you need it. Okay? It's not a problem at all. Okay, so at every other brokerage, you got one broker that wears every hat and that is compensated from the agent's production. Let me break this down for you. One broker, every hat, and they are doing everything, and to be honest, they shouldn't be doing that because they have to, because it's a one-man show, and they are also compensated by the agent's production. And the problem with that is, I'm not going to make any assumptions, but from what I've seen is that brokers choose to put more time into the agents that are producing more volume because they are bringing more money into the brokerage, and the agents that need the actual help with a deal don't get the help they need. Well, at eXp, there are multiple brokers and compensation salary, okay? Their compensation, guys, the brokers' compensations are salary. They are not based on your commission. So there is no form of favoritism at all. They are only compensated based on salary. So now, you have multiple forms of contact. You can see here you have, a ton of brokers that you can talk to in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll show you another way to get in touch with them if they're not in the cloud. I actually don't talk to my broker through the cloud. I just really wanted to show you that, okay? So you have 5 brokers and now there are 900 employees on here taking care of every other aspect and that the agent's business, not just one broker wearing one hat. So now the only job is to give you immediate local support 7 days a week, and you can call, text, email, FaceTime, Zoom call, go into Workplace, which we'll get into later, to get in touch with them. I just messaged my broker just like I did when I had a local office, and they are compensated on salary, which means they are not financially incentivized to help any more than anyone else. Okay, so now I'm going to get out of this cloud, and I'm going to go take you to the back end of the trading tools, which we were just at, in the enterprise. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's go back to enterprise. All right. All right, so this is our back end. So let's go into the back end systems, okay? This is where things get exciting as well. See, every single agent gets a free access to KV Core. Okay, KV Core is not just a CRM, guys. KV Core is considered to be one of the best website lead generation CRMs in the business. So if you want KV Core outside of eXp, it's going to run you around 8 to 10K per year. When I was a new agent at Remax, I had to pay for my own website, for my own CRM. It was discounted, to make that clearer, but KV Core is absolutely free with eXp, which is a massive money saver. Okay, you got Make It Rain, okay, which is a fully automatic Google pay-per-click software. You have your Morgan Stanley ShareWorks for tracking your stock. You got SkySlope for transaction management. And I'm going to show you, just like I showed you a minute ago, okay, I'm going to go back over here again to the calendar.
Oh boy.
Okay, just like I showed you earlier. Okay, this is that calendar that I was showing you just a minute ago. When you come in here on the right side, you have the state and private trading on contract classes, new agent orientation, state meetings, updates, things like that. Best practices, success stories. On the left hand side, we have got the icon training. So you can see here from 0 to 100 plus transactions per year or whatever. You can see, icon series, new buyer, seller, or consulting, create residual income with rentals. You got all these trainings, guys, right here. There are 50 hours of training every single week taught by the top agents in the company. And now I want to come back over here. It logged me out. Sorry, guys. I want to come back over here and go down to eXp Workplace. Okay, this is very similar. This is very similar to Facebook. Okay, but this is strictly for agents. Okay, so because we are an independent brokerage, it is one of the major reasons why agents see the most referrals than any other brokerage, because we are all under one umbrella. Every single agent is immediately available on here, which again allows you to find the right referral partners. People are constantly looking for referrals, guys. If you go to this referral map right here, look at this. Constant people, are looking for referrals. Anyone looking, got a buyer city in Mount Vane. Looking for recommended homeowner insurance partners, looking for agent in Morganton, West Virginia. You got a ton of referrals. Guys, you could probably do enough business a year just hanging out in here and grabbing it from referrals. I'm not even going to lie. Okay? You can get a ton of referrals. So, as you can see, more people are looking for referral agents as we go down here. Every single day, people are looking for more referrals, as you can see here. One of the beautiful parts about this is that, again, you can contact anyone at the brokerage whenever you want to. So whenever you want to refer a partner in Toronto, there you go. If you have a partner in Chicago, there you go. Let's say you want to talk about someone who is an elite individual. Say you want to talk to someone, who is an elite individual in the company where you just need some help. You can go through and you can literally find the actual people, okay, to talk to. Guys, you can literally go and talk to the CEO right now of our company. You can message him. I've never done it, as you can see, but you can literally message Glenn Sepper, CEO of eXp Realty, right here and there. That is how intimate this company is, which again, we get to actually use our voice, and the company actually listens. And as an agent, and that gives me confidence as an agent that I know my voice is being heard. Now, let's talk about the Social Agent Academy, which is what you get absolutely free with joining the Wolfpack. So, as mentioned, social media training is Mike's forte. If you don't know Mike, like I said, go find him on social media. He's on there. So he is one of the top real estate agents in the world when it comes to social media. Whenever you join the Wolfpack and my team, you get this for absolutely free. Okay, this will go help you get through all you need. You can see here on introduction download, Facebook mastery, Instagram mastery, YouTube mastery, LinkedIn mastery, actual programs here that's tailored towards helping you achieve your specific goals. Okay, Same thing here, tools and resources. This will break down all the things that you need to be more efficient in creating engaging content. Google mastery, TikTok mastery, and you actually get all of this as well, which is going to help you get onboarded with eXp to the max. Okay, this is an exact by exact step to get you what you need to optimize your social medias so that you can build a personal brand, build, scale, and he shows you exactly how to do it. Let's say you just got your first listing, or you got a listing and you want to know how to market it to its fullest capacity on an open house, or listing presentations, sold, or farming, everything. You have it on here, LinkedIn and Instagram. Okay, this is all on this, and you get this for free, absolutely free. This is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly powerful. All right, let's go back to the presentation here. We are almost done, guys. If you are still here, thank you so much for hanging around, man. I appreciate that. So, guys, to show you what this has done for a couple of agents on the team, here are just two of many case studies. John, right here on the right, is a really, really interesting one. He was a new agent with 0 deals for 6 months while he was at KW, Keller Williams. He was about to give up on his license and quit the industry. As a last resort, he joined our team at the Wolfpack and with eXp, and he was moving to a brand new city, helped him launch his YouTube channel. And he went from 0 transactions to 49 transactions. He completed, what was it? Yes, 49 transactions. He's an introvert and has no experience on camera. Okay, he went from 1 month on posting on YouTube. 3 months later, he was closing 3 to 5 deals per month. Okay, he reached out a little while later actually and told Mike that he was doing on roughly now 8 deals per month just by using YouTube. And he has so much business that his wife, who was making a great income from her corporate job, had to quit to help him run his business. Now, Suman right here is another great example. He was a new agent, no experience, just moved into a new city, previously had no channel as well, with nothing but an iPhone. He has now done over 58 deals in 8 months entirely free using YouTube strategies that we provide here. Okay, now it doesn't just stop there, guys. Every agent 7 tiers deep also, gets this, because you see my third upline sponsor is one of the biggest real estate investors in Texas. So you get access to all of his real estate investing training. You will also get all out full revenue share and team building academy showing you how to build a massive residual income and build a team to set yourself financially free. There is income. You get 4 mastermind calls every single week as well. Now it's 5 with me coming in on the team and deciding to do that as well. So you will also get direct access to all of us, every single one of us. Okay, to break these down for you, there are all topics. Every agent in our group has an actual niche that we're in. Okay, Mondays are for agent attraction, strategies, and negotiation tactics and sales techniques. Tuesdays is on personal development, mindset, and business growth. Wednesday is Louis' call, which is going to get you guys. He's a wonderful back-end and CRM and website user. Okay, Thursdays are for team leaders, and Fridays is the entire upline organization, where we bring in on top 1% of the company, like Glenn Stanford, the founder, and they come in and talk to us privately behind the scenes about the company and where it's going. Now, additionally, guys, this is one of the biggest ones because I have heard and get it daily messages from agents who join teams at eXp, and they say, Brian, I made a mistake. I try to get a hold of my sponsor and I can't get a hold of them. I have no support. I don't know what to do. Very similar to the situation with other brokerages. Every single agent has a 7 tiers deep and get a direct link to all the numbers and emails. 7 tiers deep for immediate support, one-on-one, whenever you want. At our team, we are all there for you to support you 7 days a week. We are here to help you grow, and we are always readily available to you. Now, additionally, if you do care about growing a residual income, you will see 2 reasons why most groups fail or attempt to grow at eXp, and the reason why they struggle to grow is they either send video presentations just to other agents. Okay, it's honestly just the most disrespectful thing you can humanely do in this business if you just send a video presentation to another agent, especially since that video was probably done by someone who is not even them. That is basically like saying, Brian, I don't care if you are a new agent, a top producer, team leader of broker, you're the same as everybody else. You're not worth my time. Come make me money after you watch this video. We have a firm mandate on our team that you do not send videos whatsoever. The alternative to that, you would have to do these calls or do these presentations. As you can see, this is about a 50-minute presentation. I'm trying to get it to that point. I'm trying to get better about that, okay? So this is taking time away from my production to be able to do this. So it takes time and months to learn the model to the intimacy and level that we understand it, and to be able to cater it to your team, agents, producers, flat fee firms, and the like. Now, you would have to take time away from production to do these calls, to just not get the agent and now you've lost twice, right? See, at our group, we do something a bit different, which is why we are outpacing every other group in the company. Mike, who is 98% of the time the agents that he has spoken to join the company average from my understanding is about 15%. So Mike does calls like this every single week if you do not feel comfortable yet presenting them to yourself. Connor, Mike's upline, does them as well. Louis does them, and I do them as well. We do the work for you as a new agent, a low producing agent, or someone who needs a little bit more experience. We have a live call on Mondays and Thursdays in the evening call. You can invite them to that call. They will present the entire model just like I have done here, and then they will answer questions, and you can follow up them to have them join our team. If you have a top producer or a broker or someone who has experience, we can get them on a call with me, Mike, and tailor the entire presentation to whatever, or whether or not they are Mike or tailor the presentation to them, whether they care about production, agent attraction, or blend of both. And then we'll follow up with them and run the numbers, breakdowns on spreadsheets, and they will join the brokerage in your group. So we will be your Navy SEAL team behind the scenes, helping you grow your residual income. So that is why you see agents in our group are simultaneously nailing their production and their residual, because all they have to do is scale their residual income is to bring people to us, and we then will grow the brokerage and production and get better training tools and resources, and we give more than that at any other brokerage at any other company. So let's wrap this up with two things. Okay, fees, which is the fees which in the US is a startup. Okay, the startup fee is a $149 startup fee. What does this cover? Okay, well, this covers your first month's brokerage cost. It also covers your setup cost to KV Core, SkySloop for transaction management, as well as Morgan Stanley Sherwin's, and then 50 hours of training per week in the cloud. Okay, after that, it's all free. After that, you pay $85 a month. Okay, that's it. That's all. No desk fees, no royalty fees, no franchise fees. Okay, now these are transactional based. Per transaction, you've got a $25 broker review fee. Okay, and you've got a $40 E&O insurance fee, which caps at $500. You see, so most brokerages charge you $500 up front, lump sum. eXp does it $40 per transaction and ends it at $500. So if you don't do a certain number of transactions, you don't have to pay the full $500. We are on an 80-20 split. Okay. Once you cap, you go to 100% commission with a $250 transaction fee. Now, once you do 20 deals, once you do 20 deals, after that, you become an icon agent. You then get your entire $16K back in the form of company stock, and your transactional fee further reduces to $75. Okay. So again, this is the most life-changing brokerage I have ever seen. If there was a better model, I would be there. But again, I have run the numbers against any brokerage that I know of, and there has not been one that comes close to getting compensated as much as you can for doing the same thing you would anywhere else. And when you look at what our group is doing above and beyond any other group in the company, you can see why the culture of our group is like a pack. And that is one of the last things we're going to leave you with, is the culture. So because of the intimacy of our group, because of the cadence of our calls, you can see that our group is like a family. Every single person in our group will tell you that they feel more connected to our group virtually across multiple states, countries, and provinces than they did at their brick and mortar brokerages. This all agents striving to grow their business of their dreams, all leveraging innovative and creative marketing strategies, getting out of their comfort zones and becoming someone they never thought it was possible. You will see when you come into our incredible team, Wolfpack, that it is like a family. We run hard, we work hard, we have a ton of fun while doing it. The vibe and just overall consensus of the group is absolutely incredible. So guys, I'm back here now. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation. I hope you learned a lot. Please leave a comment below with your thoughts on it. And listen, please click that link in my description and book a one-on-one call with me. I would be honored to chat with you, run some numbers, and see what you would look like over at our team, the Wolfpack, because I know that I would be honored to have you join our team and be a part of this wonderful family. Guys, thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe to this video, do all the things. Thank you so much. See you later.